Last week I repotted my well-grown flowering asparagus plant, but due to some mistakes it undergone stress. Eventually my dense asparagus full of cascading fronds and few flowering bracts turned into a stress plant. I got disappointed. But in search of how to fix stress plant, I learned many things. Then I repot my two plants, China Rose and Jasmine, because they both are root bounded. It has been a successful experience because I did repotting in the right way. So, in this video, I am sharing both of my experiences. I am going to share you that I learned what is repotting or transplant shock, what are the reasons of repotting or transplant shock, how to repair repotting or transplant shock, and how to avoid transplant shock. If you want to grow your plant in the right way, then you are at the right place, because here you can find the answers of all your how-tos just by clicking the red subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Please subscribe to my channel for enjoying happy gardening with me. Transplant shock is a combination of three factors. Upon moving a tree or plant, it undergoes a physical damage, a reduction in size or called downsizing, and ends up in a new environment. When we repot our plant and after repotting, if it shows these signs, means it has undergone transplant shock. Wilting or falling leaves, dying branches, abrupt fall of flowers or fruit, or it might die altogether. This is called transplant shock. A plant cannot be performed without some degree of transplant damage to the plant. Roots, branches and leafage are all affected. Roots suffer most and worms also mark branches too. This is typically due to cutting roots with the spade, pruning, breakage, parts of the plant dying off due to mishandling, transportation and such. When roots are exposed to the air, tiny invisible roots dry up and die off. Damage starts even within the first minute. So haste when the plant root ball is out in the open is important. But it's also critical to stay soft-handed. Act delicately to avoid creating larger wounds by twisting and breezing the plant. Focusing on goals is good, but being careful is good too. The plant had developed its root system to meet increased circulation of sap, water and nutrient as it grew. If half the root system stays behind in the transplant, then it's important to reduce leafage by half as well. So it's important to ensure that the proportion of roots stays relatively the same to that of live branches and leaves. In the long run, the most important factor is the change in growing environment as soil and pot. We often need to move our potted plant to a different pot. This is important because growing medium in a pot will not have enough nutrients to sustain the plant for the whole of its life. Even when you are using fertilizer and watering properly at one point in time, you'll have to move the plant to a different pot. Another reason why you need to repot the plant is as to place it in a larger pot that can accommodate its roots. All in all, when it comes to repotting, some problems may arise. Plants that are transplanted incorrectly will suffer from the repot plant stress. This normally causes yellowing and dropping of leaves as well as failure to thrive or causing the plant to wilt. The repot plant stress is mostly caused by how the plant is treated during a transplant. Repotting the plant at the wrong time is the number one cause of problems. Plants are more vulnerable when they are blooming. You must avoid transplanting them in spring. The use of a different type of growing medium can also cause problems. More problems arise if you place the plant under different conditions after transplant or leaving the roots exposed to the air for an extended period of time during the transplant. If you can spot the repot plant stress symptoms, all is not lost. There are a number of things that can be done to help your plant recover. The best treatment when your plant starts showing the symptoms is to give the ultimate pampering. The first thing you need to do is to ensure the pot has enough drainage holes. Number 2, place the pot under shade and avoid keeping in sunlight for 2 to 3 days. Number 3, you should also place a repotted plant in the same spot it inhabited before repotting. This will ensure it gets the same amount of humidity, lighting and temperature. Number 4, add some water-soluble all-purpose plant food. And last is remove the dead leaves and flowers. These recommendations will certainly help your plant to recover. All in all, you must make sure that you fully understand the conditions of repotting a plant before you start the process. Try to repot your house plant in early spring before the growing season starts. To avoid transplant shock, follow these steps. Water your plants deeply a day before you repot. Pre-moisten the soil if it seems dry. Prepare the soil and pot before start repotting. Pour a 1/3 layer of fresh pre-moistened potting mix into the planter and slowly press down before start repotting. Hold your plant gently by the stem and tap the bottom of its current container as you turn your plant sideways. Continue until the plant slides out. Loosen its roots and cut any that are extra long. Don't disturb its root system. If the roots of your plants are growing tight around the base of your planters, be gentle to unbind them by tearing the roots slowly. Be careful not to damage its stems or buds. Remove at least 1/3 of the old soil in your planter. Set your plant at the center of your planter on top of the fresh potting mix. Gradually add more soil around the plant until it is secured. Don't toss too much soil into the planter as you want the roots to breathe. Leave at least 1 to 2 inches of space below the rim if you are using larger pots. Too much soil will give you a hard time to water your plants properly, as water will spill on the sides of the planters without ever soaking in. Water the plant right after repotting. Keep the repotted plant under shade where it gets indirect sunlight for 2 to 3 days. Then you should place the pot where it inhabited before repotting. This will ensure it will get the same amount of humidity, lighting and temperature. Believe me, if you follow the right way, you can repot your plant anytime throughout the year. I repotted these 2 plants 2 days before. This is China Rose and it's going well. And this is Jasmine plant, it's going well too, showing no symptoms of shock, even it's giving a bud too.